Yeah. Ayo, 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 ayo. It's Zay Trail. Ayo, 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 ayo. If I don't have a brain, things could be the same. I wouldn't have a lot to say, not even some to retain. Or is it a half a brain? Things will remain the same. Hoping for a better game. Let me try to.
What up, everybody? What's happening? What's happening? This is another edition of Conversations with QBall. And tonight, I got the honor and privilege of having my homie in the building, Zay Trail.
What's up, y'all?
What up with it,
What's
fool?
up, man?
Hey, y'all, let me tell y'all something. Man. Y'all in for a treat. That's all I got to say. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all in for a treat, man, you know. But, man, before we get into any of that, let everybody know who don't know. Let them know who Zay Trail is.
I go by the name of Zay Trail. That's Zaetrell, and I'm a singer, songwriter, producer, and actor.
All right. So we're going to kick it off with the acting.
Okay.
Before we even get into the artist portion.
Okay.
What made you want to be an actor?
You know what? Like, it's crazy because way back when I was coming up in a house full of cousins. Well, yeah, house full of cousins. And I was like the only cousin. So we would have like playtime, you know, and there would be times where we'd be out in the backyard and, you know, my close cousins, we'll just play a bunch of games. But then we would come up with this thing where we would kind of like react scenes from movies, you know, and then I would be the director and the actor. So I'll be in charge of saying, hey, you do this, you go over here and do this. I want you to run and go bang on the door. I want you to holler for your life, like you trying to get in. And then I would be the killer and the director. So we would run that through a couple times. And if they get a part wrong, I would say, nah, you got that part wrong. Now we're going to start over. We're going to run it back from the stairs. We're going to run down the stairs. And we're going to go to that door. And you're going to bang on the door. And then I'll do my part. So, and then like, just in general, like, I loved a lot of like movies. I was a fan of horror movies, musical movies. And kung fu movies. So I was just all over the place.
Okay.
You know, but I knew I was a character. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So speaking of musical movies, let's get into the one that you in.
Yeah.
Wizard 2020.
Yes.
If y'all haven't seen this yet, I suggest you take time out of your day, get your popcorns or whatever snacks, whatever your vices are, sit down and run that joint. Because I'm telling you, like, the talent that's in there is amazing. All Chicago cast, you know what I'm saying? Like, tell me about it, man.
So it's interesting, right? Because the director, KO, right? So in the beginning, my mom had met him on social media, right? So I guess they had exchanged a few words or whatever. And I guess he was interested in collabing with her on a specific song he had. You know, she was like, so thankfully to her, you know, she introduced me as a son. She's like, you know, hey, I got my son, you know, he's a singer, he's an up and coming artist. And, you know, I want you to check him out, check his work out. He pretty dope. But, you know, Mike wanted to collab with her. You know, he's like, nah, I want to collab with you. You know, it's like, I'm looking for a female to sing on this. You know, I have a certain vision. So she was like, nah, just trust me, check him out. You know, so I guess he did that. And she mentioned the situation to me. I was like, okay, cool. You know, I'd sing on the song, you know. So she gave me the details. Me and Mike, we linked up and he presented the song to me and he told me, hey, this is what I want you to sing. You know, you do this part. This is how I want the hook to go. And then he also said, you know, you can just add your own parts, you know, put your Zaytrellisms on it. So I did my part. And after that, it was a success. The song was good. I liked the song. And then after that, he, you know, mentioned something like, hey, you know, I got this project that I'm working on, you know, and I think you'll be a good fit for it. So I'm assuming that he did some research. He probably checked out my YouTube video and kind of to get a feel for me, you know, my character, whatever. And he was like, man, I have this role for you that I think would be perfect for you, you know. And I'm like, what's up? You know, give me more details. You know, he was like, well, you know, it's this movie called The Wizard, you know, The Wizard 2020. So it's like a rendition of The Wizard of Oz, but more urbanized. So he was like, and I felt like you a fit, man, the scarecrow role. You know, I was like, I don't know. I'm like, first I turned it down. I was like, nah, I don't know. That wasn't really on my mental at the time. So I was like, it was just all music for me. But, and then as time passed, right, my mom mentioned, she was like, so, he mentioned the movie to me, and he was saying, he have this role that he would like for me to try out for, or he think that I'll be good for. So I'm gonna do it, and then I thought about it. I'm like, okay, she doing it, and I gotta make sure my mom cool. You know how that's just how it is, when your parents into something, you want to make sure they good. So I'm like, you know what, why not? Let me just jump on board. So I hopped on and we linked up, and he presented everything to us, the lines, the script, how everything gonna go. And then, man, like, it was a journey. It was a journey because we started out with a certain group of people as the cast members. Me and my mom, we was there from the very beginning. So it was me, her, and it was another Dorky, and then it was another Tin Man and another Wicked Witch.
Okay.
So we kind of linked up and we did a couple lines, a couple run-throughs. And then fast forward, things didn't work out with them. So the cast just kept changing. I felt like for the better, I mean, well, everybody was good. I wouldn't say that. I guess it wasn't meant for, certain people that didn't make the final cut. So fast forward, we finally got our cast. It was solid. The energy and the chemistry was there. So we just started rehearsing like every other day, just on it, like the FaceTime group calls. We was just going there. So, and then from then, all I remember is just like lights, camera, action. We just started filming.
Okay.
From then on, that's when the real journey started.
So how long did filming take?
Oh man, so we started, I think, in 2020 actually, the beginning of 2020.
Okay. And filming wrapped when?
Filming wrapped, I would say, I think it was last year, towards the end of last year.
Okay.
Yeah.
So about a good year of filming. At, from beginning to end, editing and all of, soundtrack too, huh?
Soundtrack too.
Yeah. Make sure y'all pick that soundtrack up. You know what I'm saying? It's everywhere. It's everywhere, streaming everywhere on all DSPs. You know what I'm saying? So make sure y'all don't miss that. You feel me?
Sir.
So let's get into the artist portion. You feel me?
Yes,
so
sir.
This is a question that I ask everybody. I know you are a brand new artist, but I'm going to ask you anyway. But I'm just going to ask you a little differently. You know what I'm saying? So the question is that I ask everybody is about how they feel, DJs versus, internet. You know what I'm saying? So you being a new artist, do you feel like the DJ is important, or do you feel like the internet is more important than the DJ?
So I actually feel like the DJ is more so important because, they're the soundtrack to all these clubs y'all go to, all the parties, the kickbacks. They're the soundtrack to these parties. And, without them, there's no soundtrack to the party. So it's like that matters. I feel like it's the DJs, since the beginning of the time, before I was even born, that was a major thing, and as time passed, things kind of shift. But I just feel like, in my opinion, definitely.
Yeah. And a lot of people, agree. A lot of people agree, you know what I'm saying? And it's not just me being biased because I'm a DJ, but yes, artists, the DJ is very important, you know what I'm saying? So you want to, get with the DJs, set up relationships, because those relationships can take you way further than any money can. Seriously, you know what I'm saying? For real. So, you being a young new artist, what would you tell new, young, up-and-coming artists about what you know already about this business? Like the goods and the bads already.
The goods and the bad, man. It's like learn as much as you can. It's no such thing as, I know everything, and, it's always a work in progress, and you may have people that, that may see something in you that you don't see in yourself, and always also to be open-minded. A lot of people can, be closed-minded if they're collabing with someone, or if it's someone who sees a lot of great potential in them, and, they want them to kind of follow their lead, they kind of go against the grain, and then it's like, if you need help and you're not hearing them out, then what's the point, having somebody step in and help you? But then also you have if you're that type of person that, you know, you're very self-sufficient, you know, where you feel like you can do everything on your own in a way that, you know, if you do your homework, you know,
Fact.
just keep going, you know, go for it. Trust yourself and your gift.
And speaking of self-sufficient, you know, Zay Trail is one of those artists that can produce. He can shoot videos. He edits. He's an engineer, photographer. What else? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, he can do it all. He can work his way around the studio. You know what I'm saying? So the artist, that's what I be talking about. You know, like you can't just be an artist these days. You have to learn everything. Learn everything. So you yourself can be self-sufficient. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. Like that's very, very important.
Definitely.
It's very important.
Definitely.
You know, because you know how you want yourself to sound. You know, so take note. We always dropping gems over here. So what's next for you? What you got coming up?
So I'm still cooking up a lot of music. So y'all gonna hear all kinds of sounds from me. You know, it's just I'm at that point where now that I know how to create, I'm at a point where I'm like exploring with a lot of different sounds and vibes, and I like to call it vibes. But just to see what people respond to.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah, I had saw in your bio where you said, you know, you aiming towards like a multicultural, you know, I guess I should say analytic wise. I don't know another way to put it, but he's not just staying in one lane. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's dope. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait to hear the new music. Like seriously, like for real. Like I just can't wait. You know. But yeah, artists, I'm gonna tell you, make sure y'all paying attention. Make sure y'all paying attention. Pay attention to every artist that's here. Make sure y'all follow every artist that's here. Follow their journeys. You know what I'm saying? Because they are, you know, they going. So speaking of journeys, Journey Productions. Let's talk about it.
Journey Productions.
Let's talk about it.
Yes. So, you know, it's Journey Productions. That's like a real strong name, you know, with a lot of meaning behind it for all of us. You know, it's, you know, on a spiritual level for those that are spiritual, you know, and for me, you know, that number, you know, number 8 it holds a lot, you know. That's like, it's actually my spiritual number. It's like my path number. And it's I don't know, it ties in a lot with me, like, because like, you know, I was born August 17th, you know, 1990, and I guess it's a certain way you add the numbers up, you know, and it kind of totals out to that number. So that's how it's my path number. I won't go too deep into it, you know, because some of you probably be like, what are you talking about, you know, but that's to sum it up, that's what it totals out to, 8. And then, you know, for the other, my aunt and my mom, it holds another type of meaning for them as well. And then speaking of my mom, you know, me and her have the same life path number. So that's another highlight to that too. So,
and if you don't know who his mom is, it is T Baby. I'm pretty sure y'all know, you know, from the last, you know, few shows back, you know what I'm saying? So make sure y'all go back and watch T Baby's interview, you know what I'm saying? And y'all gonna see where this young man gets all his talent from, you know what I'm saying? Which is, I feel like is just so amazing to me, man, because I saw you from this big, you know what I'm saying? And for you to grow into the man that you are today is just, it amazes me, man. And it just makes me feel good when I watch you perform, you know what I'm saying? And my first time seeing you perform was at Shannon Clay's birthday celebration. And I'm going to tell you something. People are still talking about it. Wow. Still, you know what I'm saying? Today, you know what I'm saying? So, man, it's just amazing seeing the young man that you have grew into, bro. Like for real. And I salute you.
I appreciate that.
I salute you
Thank
because, you know, the areas that we grew up in, like you could have went a totally different route.
Yeah.
A totally different route.
Yeah.
And I'm just so glad you didn't. I'm just so glad you didn't. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna get all sentimental, you know what I'm saying? But check this out. let everybody know where they can find you at, man.
Yeah, so y'all can find me. So this is like my main platform that'll take you kind of to everything else. So you can find me on Instagram under Zaytrell World. I'm gonna spell it once again, ZAETRELL World as in globe, all together, no spaces. And then you can click that link in my bio, and that'll take you to all my other platforms.
Yes, sir. So you already know what's going on, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Like,
sir.
You already know, man. So let's just go ahead and get to them. All right, so we gonna go on and get into it. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all streaming Brain everywhere. You feel me? It's on all DSPs.
Zaytrell.
Let's go.
If I don't have a brain, things could be the same. I wouldn't have a lot to say, not even something to retain. Or is it I have a brain? Things will remain the same, hoping for a better game. Let me try to. If I don't have a brain, things could be the same. I wouldn't have a lot to say, not even something to retain. Or is it I have a brain? Things can remain the same, hoping for a better game. Let me try to explain. For a split second, thoughts just crash like a train wreck. I need a rain check, popping out the raw, be my keepsake. Flipping these thoughts just like acrobatics, like Albert Einstein, I'm so systematic, automatic, aristocratic, not problematic. Da-da, oh, hold up, electrical current is flowing, my light bulb is lit up. No static can cover up this moment, my mind just got even more clearer. I put it all together like a puzzle, no diffusion. Got a trivia game you don't wanna play. If I don't have a brain, things could be the same. I wouldn't have a lot to say, not even something to retain. Or is it I have a brain? Things could remain the same, hoping for a better game. Let me try to explain. If I don't have a brain, things could be the same. I wouldn't have a lot to say, not even something to retain. Or is it I have a brain? Things can remain the same, hoping for a better game. Let me try to explain. Check it. Bet I score high to hit a home run like Barry Bonds. Ooh, top of the scale, my IQ prevails over 100. I'm Mr. Fred, the mystery head. What that in the head? Turn you from an imbecile to a genius, let me teach ya. Hold up, electrical current is flowing, my light bulb is brighter. No static can cover up this moment, my mind just got even more clearer. I put it all together like a puzzle, not a fusion. Got the trivia game you don't wanna play. Hey. Oh, 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 oh. If I don't have a brain, I wouldn't have a lot to say. Or is it I have a brain, hoping for a better game? If I don't have a brain, I wouldn't have a lot to say. Hey, whoa,
Man.
Hey, I wouldn't have a lot to say.
Man, listen, man. Wow.
Man,
I get the chills when you sing, man. Like,
I appreciate it.
man, it don't make sense. Like, I mean, it makes sense, but it don't make sense. Like, man, bruh. Man, if y'all not streaming that, there's something wrong, man.
Please stream that, man. It's
For real. Make sure y'all keep in touch with Zaytrell, man. Like, this is real talent here, y'all. No auto-tune, no, this is pure talent. Pure talent. No mechanicals. Crazy.
Man.
Crazy. I'm just in awe, man. I'm just in awe, man. You know what I'm saying? But look, before we get out of here, man, I got a gift, y'all.
Yes.
I got a gift, y'all. They done blessed me with something, so I told them I'm gonna wait, before I open it, so I'm gonna open it right now, and I'm gonna read it right now. And it's a thank you card, y'all. Let's see what's going on. Oh my God. From T-Baby and Zay Trail and Journey Productions. Just can't thank you enough. And I got a dot card, y'all. Do y'all know what this is? Listen, man, I'm so happy to have this because I actually had something like this and I lost it. And this is like very important. So artists, make sure y'all look this up. You can link all your social medias to this and tap a phone and they'll have everything.
That's simple.
That's simple. Just tap the phone, you know what I'm saying? And they will have all your social medias and they can keep up with you. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to exchange no numbers or they'll have everything. So, man, I thank y'all, man.
No problem, man.
T-Baby, I thank you. Thank you, T-Baby. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. So this is going to conclude this edition of Conversations with QBall. Make sure y'all keep in touch and stay in tune. We are now on Fire Stick. You know what I'm saying? Fire TV. CRSMG TV. Make sure y'all download the app. Make sure you hit us up on crsmgstudios.com. Download CRSMG Radio. It's free. It's in your App Store and it's in your Google Play Store. All right. And follow us on all social media at CRSMG Radio, CRSMG Studios, and follow me at I am DJ QBall on all social media. All right. Make sure y'all stay up.
Yeah. Ayo, 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 ayo. It's Zay Trail. Ayo, 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 ayo. If I don't have a brain, things could be the same. I wouldn't have a lot to say, not even some to retain. Or is it a have a brain? Things will remain.